Check 1 2 2. Thank y'all for getting in here with us. It's Nightcap Knowledge. Go ahead and share this right now. We talking SWAC Championship with Jackson State University, along with the best holiday gift ever. Right here on Black with No Chaser. This is Nightcap Knowledge. Yeah. One time for everybody checking in the comments. Share this live right now. We're getting ready for a great conversation. We're talking SWAC champions, the Jackson State University Tigers, along with the best Christmas gift for anybody out there, the best Christmas gift for anybody. It's an interesting conversation to have. I'm definitely interested in having it. Hopefully you'll think the same. Got some folks checking in the comments early. I see Pat Bradley. He said, We got old Larry Leggett checking in too over there on Twitch. Uh-oh, there you go. Hold on, let me put it in order. Uh-oh. Wait, there it is right there. All right, let's get to it. Y'all share this live right now. If you want to jump on, put some in the comments. I'll bring you on. We had that conversation live. Let's go. Hey. How's everybody doing? Am I in focus? Yes, I'm in focus. I am solo for the moment, but I am glad to be here. Let me bring my music down. This is Nightcap Knowledge. My name is DJ George Chuck. And once again, it is Tuesday night. It is 9 o'clock, or it's after 9 o'clock right about now. And it's another edition of Nightcap Knowledge. So look, everybody that's out there, I see my partner Larry. I need to get my camera in focus. Y'all hold on for a second. Hold on. I got a new camera. I've been trying to elevate my broadcast game, and I think that's a little better, right? Is that better? Yeah, that's better. But yeah, man, look, I did the Can We Talk challenge. I think I did pretty good. I see Larry's out there talking about it. Let me get my my scrolling banner off the screen. But once again, thank everybody for tuning in. And I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to zoom out a bit. Hold on. Maybe that'll help. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's a little out of focus, but we're going to get it worked out. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm going to fade my music down. I appreciate all of y'all. I see Trina. Trina says I need to brighten my light. Let me put a little bit more light on me. And Arjanae Wilkerson is out there. I see the eyes, Janae, dark on one side. I only have one light. So I'll give y'all the recap of everything that we've done last week. Last week we were with the Sigmas, and it was the International Town Hall for Phi Beta Sigma fraternity. No, I'm not a Sigma. I'm a part of the world's greatest fraternity, Omega Psi Phi fraternity. And I am the world's greatest Omega dad. You know it, you see it. And these are actually on sale on I Got It Made, shameless plug. If you need a Father's Day gift, early Christmas gift, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, if you just want to buy, your Omega dad or your Omega, brother, uncle, whatever, a cool shirt, you can get this from igotitmade.com or .us, I should say. And .com was way too expensive. So We'll work on that in 2022. But the things that we were doing last week, we did a town hall. And so all of my stuff, all of my lighting that I usually have in the office to make things, look a certain way, all of that lighting is still packed up because once we got home from doing the international town hall with the Sigmas, and we ran the entire production. So the live sound, the live stream, the Zoom production, all of those things we were able to provide for them. So if you need something like that, you can reach out to me, georgechuck.com. We've got a whole team that we can deploy to make sure that your live stream production, live sound, lighting, all of those things looks and feels a certain way inside the room as well as virtually. So we appreciate y'all for coming through for Nightcap Knowledge, and we also appreciate the Sigmas for allowing us to do that production for them. But it's absolutely all love, it's the D9, man. We stick together, we roll together, and my co-host Mac is actually providing bartending services tonight for one of the legislative receptions in the capital area in Jackson, Mississippi. So the Yard Boy team is still going strong. We're still moving and grooving. Where there is a groove, Yard Boy will be there. We are the Yard, and in the Yard we trust. So look, we got the Sigmas, we got the Alphas. Looks like we got a couple of folks that we know and love in the comments. So matter of fact, I would like to I'm going to send out a couple of messages. Y'all give me a moment, and we're going to have an all-star cast to come through tonight. And just hang tight. Y'all hang tight with me. In terms of other things that we were able to do while we were in Jackson last week, we actually looked at a couple of options of events. Like Mississippi Greek Weekend is coming up. We actually have been discussing bringing a similar event back to Jackson. So we don't know when that's going to happen, but we do know that there will be an opportunity for us to do something like that. There are people that are looking for that type of activity, but we definitely want to make sure that y'all know that Memorial Day weekend on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, Mississippi Greek Weekend will be popping. So we did some conversations around some of the activities that we will have here in May 2022. Trina B and I and all of the other team members, Tanya, Corey, all of the team members for the Mississippi Greek Weekend. We've been talking. We've got plans. The host hotel will be dropping soon on the website. That's msgreekweekend.com. And then beyond that, the Nest, we're getting ready to do some renovations on the Nest. So we were across the street from Tougaloo College, right above the post office. The Nest will be getting a very, very new and updated, I would say more contemporary, modern look very soon. So the next time that you visit the Nest in 2022, and it would be a good idea if you're planning to have something, it's a good time to get on the books with the Nest. So just hit up highlights.ms, that's highlights.ms, highlights.ms, and we can get you hooked up with an early booking for 2022 to have your baby shower, your reveals, your receptions, showers and things like that. All of those things can happen right there at the Nest. And of course, that we'll be able to provide all of the necessary services to make sure that you are good. Now, Trina B is in the comments, and I'm gonna get Trina B on if she's up for it. Let me send her a message while I get all of this technology in place. And there she is. Let's see, Trina B. I actually sent Trina a message about something earlier, and hopefully she'll be able. Now, Pat, if you wanna jump on now, hold up, Janae's, or my 40th birthday or Janae's 40th birthday? Is you talking? I think I talked about mine last week. When is Janae's 40th birthday? Let's see. Trina B says she's a member of Wing 5 Wing Lemon Pepper Chapter. Look, I'm gonna tell you who got the best wings in the city. Village Kitchen got the best wings in the city, man. I would venture to say I want to see the Village Kitchen, and the Village Kitchen is a black-owned restaurant right there in Tougaloo, Mississippi, on Tougaloo Village Road, in the Tougaloo community. And I would venture to say I've had a lot of wings, and I've been trying to work some of the wings off. I'm becoming more fit and health conscious and things like that. But hear me out. I'm going to say for sure, without a doubt, that the Village Kitchen has the best wings in the state of Mississippi. Now, you wanna argue with somebody? Bring your wings and put them up. Oh, and I have a very special guest coming in, and she has something that she'll be dropping very soon. Now, she just left. I don't know why she just left, but if she's okay with it, I would like to play a snippet, but I'm not gonna do that without her permission. Hopefully we get her back. I see her, but she left. But look, back to the Village Kitchen. Now, they have this concoction. It's not an Arnold Palmer. It's not. Oh, there she is. There she is. Look, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I need y'all to give it up right now as I'm talking about my lemon pepper wings from the Village Kitchen. They didn't pay me for that. I pay for every wing that I ever bought from the Village. And I think I probably bought about 500 wings so far. But I need y'all to give it up right now, ladies and gentlemen. We got the legendary singer, songwriter, instructor, vocal coach, Tanya Boyd Cannon, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all give it up for her. Give it up for her. Look at her. She got look at you.
I'm in my bed working.
You in your bed working?
I'm trying to figure out why the volume is so low over here on my end.
Are you on your iPhone 10 or are you on your iPhone 42?
10.
Yeah, that's why.
Let me get my AirPod. Hold on, Harper. Hold up.
Look, when I talked to you the other day,
I was in bed working, and they don't even go together. I'm being in bed and working.
Yeah, that is a thing that some of us have to do sometimes. That's the thing that some of us have to do sometimes. But hey, I want you to tell folks
hold on, let me go in the
what
front
you
and get my. I can't see. Let me get my AirPod.
You can't see. Okay, get your AirPod.
I want to be able to hear everything you're saying.
And look,
hey,
my new fancy camera.
Huh?
Look. Janae says, I say my soror, you're looking good today. And look, Larry says,
I'm trying
Tanya
to be able
B.
to hear so I can respond respectfully without having to say, I can't hear you. Let me put one headphone to my ear.
Yeah, get your headphones together. Get your headphones together. Well, I'm trying to get my lighting and everything together because I keep getting out of focus. Maybe if I just back up.
Huh?
Back up. I'm backing up from the camera.
No, it's like I don't know.
Just your raggedy ass phone.
Oh, there you go. I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Don't do me that.
You
gotta understand iPhones, once it's an investment. So once you invest, you hold on to that sucker as an investment, let it start making your money back again. So every time they upgrade, I use the camera. I'm an iPhone photographist. Not photographer. Photographist. Nah. iPhone photographist.
Photographist. I don't know about all that, but look. I need you to leak a little something. Can we talk about what you've been working on?
Oh, okay. I have a ton of things I've been working on. What's up, Frat?
What it do? It's all about the loot.
Let's go.
What it do? All about the loot.
I have a ton of projects that are brewing. However, one that's most near and dear is my new single that's coming out next week, called "Feel Good," and it's
Say it again. You broke up a little bit. Say it again. Say it again. You broke up a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I said I've been working on a lot of projects. However, the one that's real near and dear to me is "Feel Good," my new single that's dropping next week. And
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
excited about it because it's a song that literally makes you feel good. um,
Yes. Yes.
it's something that has a true near and I mean the story that how it was written, it was a tragic moment that took place. Um, but the beauty of the memories is that the brother whose life transitioned, his words that he spoke continue to live on, and they're in the song.
Yeah. Now look, you've given oh, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Hello?
What was that? I heard a little something drop.
Oh wow.
I need to hear that again. Play it again, Chuck.
Yeah, I
Why
dropped out. The,
you?
the internet is hating on me today.
See, I thought it was just
Haters.
me. Hey,
No,
Janae,
it's
I know it's coming. I'm looking at everybody. Hey guys, how y'all doing? Wah wah. Let's go. I see Janae, Eddie, Emily, Larry. Larry, you fake. I ain't fooling with you. What's up, Sarah Trina? Hey,
Dang.
Frat Pat. Larry and I know we have this love-hate relationship. You know. It ain't
all right.
because
Now
he's a
let's
Capper.
see.
They don't have nothing to do with it.
All right. Let me make sure I'm good. Am I back off of Wi-Fi? Am
I
I
mean, I
off?
can hear you. Now let me
All right.
talk about your Wi-Fi since you like to talk about my iPhone 10.
Hey, talk about my Wi-Fi. And you of all people know exactly where I live. Tell them about the country. Tell them about
Yeah,
the boondocks.
y'all got one stop sign. No, I'm just playing.
Really?
Hey, y'all know about the one stop sign town.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Don't go
hey, hey,
outside after
hey,
dark.
hey. I sure know about it.
So
Now
yeah, but
look,
this
now look.
this song
Can
this
I
song
can
I'm
I do this?
excited.
Can I play a little bit?
Um, towards the middle, more of the middle
What
than the
towards the middle? Towards
yeah
the middle?
more yeah.
All right. All right. Uh-oh. Hold on.
It went
Hold on.
out again.
Nah. I opened up the wrong player. I wanted to do the quick
Oh,
time player. Yeah.
gotcha.
Let's see. All right. I'm gonna
And
start
I just
about
want
a
y'all to know
minute
Chuck told
in.
me to jump up and jump on, guys. I had a hair bonnet on. I
Uh-oh.
had an Afghan on in bed, like literally working in bed. I mean, if y'all could see my back, like the front camera, y'all could be like, Tanya, like, yeah, I got work to do.
No, she wasn't ready. Now,
Mm-mm.
full disclosure. I've had a whirlwind of I think the last 6 to 7 days. It's been nonstop in the I Got It Made production facility. Mac and
Whoop
I are
whoop.
working on multiple projects. Kids got baseball. They got soccer. They got all of that. Mac has a very well stocked side of his table. My goodness, boy, you got the Eagle Rare.
Which is a
You got
really, really nice whiskey.
it is. You got the
Oh my
Aspire Pure
God.
Water and the Apothic Red. And
Hey,
So
ladies and
how
hey,
gentlemen,
that
we've got
apothic
another
red be
person coming
rolling?
in. Y'all give it up for Trina B, ladies and gentlemen. Trina
there
B
she
is in the building.
is, Miss
Yeah.
Jackson.
Chuck, you surrounded by that blue tonight.
Hey, look,
Uh-oh.
I think is that I am the center and you guys revolve
Oh, there you
around me.
go with that. There
Oh
you
God,
go.
here we go.
There you go
What?
with
Oh,
that
my husband said you can't
garbage.
have purple without blue.
Tell me I'm not the son.
You
Of who we
somebody's
are. There
son,
we
yes.
go.
Tell me I'm not the son.
You
Oh,
not
okay.
not the son.
All right, look. All right, since we got a little joke, I'll give you a couple of them. Yeah, there you go. You got a little jokes.
There
Yeah.
it
But wait,
is.
look, why Larry say he won't be in the video, Chuck? So when we shoot the video, Larry say he
Larry,
won't be in the
Larry don't
video.
want to be in the video. Larry don't want to be on the show. Larry just be talking. He gonna
Larry,
stand in
y'all
the
to just
background.
come on, jump in on this show. Bring some red
I
in here.
told him
I'm
I
sorry,
already
some
sent him the link.
crimson.
I already sent him the link. Now
Don't be
look,
cat,
Larry, go
Larry.
ahead and jump in. Let this be a D9 night.
Son of a gun. I'm with you, Janae. Janae said you a son of a gun.
Hey, we definitely tote
son of a
pistols
preacher
and
man.
long that too. Yeah. Yep. All of them sons. Now look, all right. Tanya typically sends me messages and things, and we go back and forth about things that she's working on, that we're working on, that I'm working on. And this whole little, like, you know, they're saying like I'm surrounded by blue. This is really a very throw them up, you know, do all of the y'all wanna hold up, Mac, you gotta start off and then they come behind with the woof, woof, woof.
See that foolishness. There you go.
Trainer, give him the art.
I got my board done. I've been working on it. My neck like I've been working on it.
But look, so all of us have a really good time with each other when we hang out, when we're on the phone. We have great conversations. We're not just people that get together on Nightcap Knowledge and have
Hey, go Larry.
You can't and get on the video. That boy's stupid. But look, so I am really, really excited about the vibe that Tanya gets when she hears this song. Because typically artists are very, very critical of their own work. Now
she's super critical.
I've seen Tanya in the car listening to her own song, and it makes her feel good. Now, I know that when I heard it, it made me feel good. And I want you guys to hear this right now. This is Feel Good. Now, this ain't out yet, but I want y'all to go to Tanya's page and I want y'all to find, she's got little clips that she's been dripping out, right? Right? I want y'all to go find these clips, get in the comments, and ask her when she gonna drop it. And if you can reshare, post, hashtag it, you know, TBC Feel Good. I don't know what the hashtag is, but we're gonna find something. And it's coming out when, Tanya?
12/21. We're doing it 12/21.
There you go. Now look.
And we got a little, we're in the works of having a an intimate gathering here in New Orleans next week. So if y'all not doing anything, want to get on the road, come through and hang with us.
I'm gonna be ready for when we can do one in Jackson. That's what I'm waiting on. We're gonna have to put one together for you in Jackson. Everything you do in New Orleans, you got to do in Jackson.
Okay, so let me tell you now.
Come on,
everybody who's on here, I need an intimate spot, about 20 to 25 people. We still got to remember COVID. You know, it's happening, so I want to keep it intimate so we all can have that experience and enjoy. Good food, huh?
Yep.
The Nest.
The Nest.
And look, we're gonna see some pictures of how it looked last week for the reception for our international president.
Yeah.
It was so nice. Y'all gonna go ahead and get that in the work?
Let us know. Let us know.
You know, Mac, when you tell him to do something, he gonna wear the ears off a donkey.
Hey, I'm all about the business. I don't play games. That's why I don't go to recess. Hey, I'm all about work. All about the work. Whack.
Boy, shut up.
Hey, tell like a TIE.
All right. Here we go. This is Feel Good. This is Feel Good by Tanya Boyd Canning, releasing 12/21/21. That's some synergy right there.
I like that. I like them
numbers. Them numbers. Here it is right here, y'all.
12/21 at 12/21.
12/21 on 12/21. All right, y'all check it out.
Give me a tune, I wanna hear it always. Give me a song, yeah, that makes me feel good. Give me a song that makes me feel good. Hey, on the highway, windows down, music loud.
That's me right there.
Singing that song, I wrote it and I know it's mine. Early that morning, I wasn't feeling so fine. Turn the radio on, DJ Smooth was playing my song. Give me a song Hey,
Y'all sing it with me.
that makes me feel good. Mm-hmm. Give me a song that makes me feel good.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
That girl said she need a cold beer and a fish sandwich.
Come on. Come on.
Larry says,
I like that.
thank you.
It's giving me family
What vibes
reunion.
it give you, Trim? What vibes
Family
it give you?
reunion. I need a cold beer, sitting on the porch with my mud deer, talking
Yeah, you're
noise.
right.
Hey,
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna
need
tell
that.
you what my scene.
beer.
I'm gonna tell you what my scene is. My scene is me in the backyard, my boys on the swing. I got the grill fired up. I got wine for Shallon. I got champagne for her cousin that don't drink nothing but champagne. I got a bottle of whiskey on my table that's under my Jack Daniels tent, right? And I have my own cooler. Like there's a whole other cooler for other people. I have my own cooler, and I have the tailgater playing music, and this is what's playing. And I have on my apron, and my hat's turned back, and then I got on my barbecue shoes that Trina be talking about.
Yeah, you ain't thought about this at all. You ain't thought about this at all, Chuck. This just
I
real random for you. You ain't put no thought into this. Yeah.
I ain't putting
We're
no thought.
gonna have to use that song for one of the promo videos for Mississippi Brick Weekend because it's one of the events that we're not gonna say, but it's one of the events that go with.
Come on.
Let me tell you, like it's a whole. I sent it out. To. I have a listening group, and we've been working since last year. I wrote the song in 2019.
I didn't realize it had been that
2020.
long.
I have to see when. No, because the pandemic hit in 2019, right?
Yeah.
In the
But no, he
2019 really
passed.
came out 2020.
Right, so he
It's been
passed
here
in
forever.
2019 though. But yeah, that's how long it's been. But it's been about almost a year and a half to two of just like planning and building upon it because it started off as a full album, and I had been doing prayer and meditation and just flowing and feeling frequencies and vibrations, and just decided to just do what I need to do for my peace of mind as an artist. And this song was the song, you know what I'm saying? Like it's that song for everybody, for every music enthusiast, music lover, music, historian, because the song is so historic for me because I reached back to ancestors who paved the way for me as an artist.
Right.
And also for those who are coming up in the industry and are looking for their own voice. I had to find mine. And so, which led me to enrolling in school. Actually, this record, and probably like another one that I'm working on, encouraged me to finish my master's in musicology. And thank God there's a new program at Tulane that I'm enrolled in, Black American Music. And my thesis is the disappreciation of soul music. And so it made me reach back and have these challenging conversation with artists who feel like, excuse me, but their shit is authentic. And I'm like, nah, you got that from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's give respect where respect is due. You have your Otis Redding, your Sam Cooks, your Marvin Gaye, your Aretha Franklins, your Natalie Coles. These artists who Donny Hathaway, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, they have paved the way with the simplest melodies, the simplest lyrics, and we're still singing it over 5 decades of the same songs. So you have these artists on the radio now who are singing some of the same influences but aren't giving credit. So yeah, that's what Feel Good is.
I heard some different. You can tell what I heard in it. I heard Betty Wright.
Of course.
I heard some Betty Wright. And I heard
Of
some
course.
that you think about Betty Wright, you think about Saturday morning, clean up, hang out, kind of, especially when the sun is out, you get the curtains back out of, you got that feng shui, that light coming through the windows. You know what I'm saying? It's I hear that, just a real good groove time.
I reached out to her team before she passed because I wanted her on this record. And she passed last year. I want to say either the day or 2 days before Father's Day or a day after. I can't remember. I know it was Father's Day when she passed in 2020. And I wanted her on the record. And so I was sitting on my porch after I learned of her death, her transition, let me say that, because she still lives within all of us, if we turn on that record. But I was listening to just her discography of all of her content. And I'm like, she was another artist who was slept on, right? Like Beyonce sampled her content. Lord sampled her content. Like so many people sampled her music. And she didn't get the credit that she deserved. So at the end of the day, when people hear this record, I want them to hear that Betty Wright and say, I know you're not gonna sing that song. But we eased it right on by. Yes, we did. And so you'll hear more of her influences and inflections once the record is released, and you'll be like, yeah. So yeah, this is a great convo. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Now here's the thing. You're coming out with Feel Good. What's coming behind Feel Good? Because this is why I asked this. I look at you in the same way that I look at Silk Sonic. You teasing us with Feel Good. You remember how they dripped out them songs? I know that you have another 4 songs coming behind it. You're gonna draw it out, and then you're gonna drop the album in 2020.
Well, that's the thing. Like the way the industry is going, when it comes to albums, it's almost as if albums, I wouldn't say they're becoming extinct, but people don't really listen to albums anymore. They'll listen to their favorite song from an album, and they will put that song in rotation heavily, right? And then you learn 5 and 10 years later, oh, this record was on that same album. Man, I should have listened to it then. So it almost comes off, and this is just my philosophy. It almost, it's like wasted material. You know what I'm saying? Which is not really wasted, but again, it's not given the respect it should be given. And it takes artists, years who release content. I was reading something about what's his baby name? Pressure. Pressure. Ari Lennox. Ari Lennox has been working in the industry since 2002.
Yeah.
On so many people's projects, right? Background leads, but nobody knew who she was until Brown Butter. What is it? A Shea Butter Baby. Now my favorite record by her is Chicago Boy. That's my favorite. I love Chicago Boy. Like it's a dope number, right? But I just want to give everyone lasting music that 5, 6, 7, 8 decades from now they're still rocking it.
Right. And that's what Feel Good is, girl. I know that Feel Good is going to be. It just dropped out. Okay.
Yeah, he froze.
Feel Good is going to be that record. It's going to be that record that's going to be around for a long time. And I want you to get Mac and I and Trina, we are going to do our part to make sure that we can get as many plugs on the radio and via social media and all of that stuff to where folks can hear this record, where they can add it to their Saturday morning cleanup playlist. Add it to your get up mix. Add it to your unwind mix. Like whenever you know that you need to feel good, you need to put this record right there at the top of your playlist, and then you just let it roll from there.
Yeah, Pat on a whole nother level. For I say this pregnancy. So it's like I want that too. Some babies gonna be made on this song too. Look, ain't nothing wrong with it. Some of us was made from
That body roll going.
let me make you up and down till you stop. Like some babies was made to all of that. Exactly. Right. So it's the song that fits all genres. So yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That Prince, hey, that's two of my favorite blends, like that Freak Me Baby, and then when you drop that Prince right up on top of it, and you hit that right there. Yeah.
That's that DJ side. There you go. We're gonna start mixing.
Yes, for
see how you gonna mix Feel Good in his playlist.
Hey, of course.
You gonna mix it in.
Aretha Franklin, Beverly May.
So Larry, go ahead on and start all your product ready for our event. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm putting you on your job now. You heard me?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Janae.
Look.
I'm loving it. Hey, everybody who's just jumped on.
Pat
Trina gonna have another what? I am the president, the CEO, and a founder member of the FTK Association.
I get your t-shirt
for
from my cousin.
for those of us that don't know what the FTK Association is, Trina, could you break that down for us?
Them kids, forget them kids, forgot them kids.
F them kids.
Any other appropriate F that you can insert at the beginning of the phrase. Yeah.
I ain't know if any children out here, but fuck them children.
And then,
if I have another baby, just know I have already had the conversation. If you want to be a single parent, just say that. Just say that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh Lordy. Well, look, Mac. How did the reception go, man? I know we've been talking music with the great Tiny Boy Cameron.
Look, I gotta jump off because I gotta get back to editing.
Yeah, we appreciate
my pre-K through 4th grade videos for their concert on Thursday.
Okay, tell the kids I'll see them in class.
Yeah,
yes,
you gotta support
I will.
the cheering. Support the cheering.
Look, bringing up the next generation of artists. So
hey,
let's
keep
get
it
them
going.
together.
Keep it going. We don't
I
need
love
no more
y'all.
jump.
Love you too.
Love you too. Say your final goodbyes to Pat.
We just had Tanya Boyd Cannon come through. We got new music dropping 12/21/21 at 12/21. So y'all stay tuned. We may be able to do like a special broadcast that day or something with old Tanya Boyd Cannon.
Yeah, that's next Tuesday, right?
Yes. Yeah. We're gonna have to. So she's gonna drop it in the middle of the day, and then we can have it. We can play the full song. Hell, I might even shoot my own music video in the backyard.
You know what? I saw the video. I see you outside. You know, sun is shining. You got a lot of land. It just like feel good. You just groove. You know, Chuck and I out. We like outdoors. So if you give us an option about putting something together, if the weather's right, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be outdoors. We like
and
outdoors.
I've been wanting to fire the grill so bad. Woo. I ain't had time or the weather, but I've been wanting to fire the grill up.
I just like to sit outside. I just like to be outdoors. Yeah, man. So look, it was good, man. Good networking. Good things coming up, man. We just got to stay in tune, stay involved. Tulu is really headed in the right direction. So it's a lot of good things coming up. I've seen a lot of good folks. Made some new contacts. Actually had a conversation that leads into what we talk about. Talked to one of the representatives about that's going to be supporting us with our press conference that we're going to do for the homeless, right? So the title of that is letting folks know that it's coming soon. The goal is to do it on Christmas Eve. Folks like feel good. They like everything that make themselves, let's go do this. So I'm going to drop it on your ass on Christmas Eve while you're in your feelings. We're going to get out there and we're going to talk about the homeless are humans. I want you to understand that. Homeless are humans. Yeah. They're not aliens, whatever you might think they may be. But we're going to do it.
They're not photo ops.
They are not photo ops.
These are people that have been dealing with different tragedy. And when I talked to one of the representatives tonight, I was talking about how the systems fail because you have folks that are right at severe poverty, the working poor, whatever you want to call them, a lot of those that have become, that population first because they don't have that extra savings in their account. They don't understand financial literacy. They're working every day. They pay their bills. And that's it. They live in check to check. And that they staying in a really legit apartment or house, or they got some type of bootleg deal going where the homeowner, we had this happen when the great Phil Bryant asked when declared during a disaster area, and a lot of folks there, the people that own the houses might not have insurance, and they never declared in a state of emergency. So you had the poorest county in the state that did not receive the resources that it needed. And so
any emergency funds of any sort.
The folks are going to be homeless. They are going to be homeless, right? So they pissing off money, keeping it whitewashed. Money circulating around. Folks talking about it now. Apparently, there's somebody that came up with a bright ass idea about they've been going around from the parks and talking to, and we need to do something about the homeless. And I'm like, oh, really? At this point in time, when they can get their hands on the funds. So what I want to say between Hinds County and in the state of Mississippi is you can piss off $700,000 to build a fence that nobody asked for to prevent for what? When we could take a portion of that money and take care of folks, right? So we talk about
imagine
these
$700,000
fence.
Imagine what we could do with $700,000 with the little bit of money.
When those bids came out, those bids was $200,000, $300,000, and $400,000 to build fences that folks that are physically able-bodied able to climb over. So that's how they whitewash money. Now the dope boy gonna get locked up for trying to whitewash his money with a car wash, but the government has been doing it for years with food stamps and everything else, and how they put money back into privatization by using just using regular funds, right? Tax funds.
Overinflated contracts as a means to provide cushion and funds for private investment.
For something that nobody asked about.
Yeah.
You know what happened to the corridor? What happened to the Hinds County corridor? They stopped talking about it. Millions of dollars to build a corridor to connect Clinton and Byron that nobody asked for because the black folks that lived over in that area said, hey, why are they putting that over there? Because nobody consulted me, right? So they using this money, and we get back to the point of the homeless are people. They are human. They have stories. They have family. They have friends. They need assistance. And we are throwing money at putting up obstruction so you won't have to look at them. You want to build up this look. And we are I'm so tired of this facade. We want to have this look, but no substance, right? You can pray till you fall out, but it said faith without work is dead. We got to put some work, man.
And this is where my question is leading into, and it gets us to our next segment. And Trina, I want to pose this to you too, because you both help a lot of people. And a lot of times y'all do it, as Trina pointed out, you're doing it without a photo op. Like you're not rolling around with your camera phone, taking selfies with everybody that you help. So my question is that in terms of the holiday season, what's the best gift that anybody could give right now that could help anybody? Like I have my own ideas about, gifts that I would like to give. But one of the things that I would like to know is, because of the things that you two are very passionate about, what is the best gift that somebody could give right now if they had, let's say, less than $100?
Your time, your resources, and your knowledge.
I would say
you go ahead, Matt.
No, I said we got physical items that we created, right? Our resource list that is under $100. Right now, we're working on. You can't get everybody from out in the element, but let's give them what they need to survive. So the thing we're looking at is thermal underwear, thermal socks, thermal tops, sleeping bags for 30 degrees or below, and personal tents. Now, it don't sound like a lot, but from talking to the folks that are our homeless brothers and sisters, give them the elements and the resources they need to survive until we can figure out a way to get them out of the environment. We got to give them what they need. And surviving the cold, besides basic food and water, is one of the main things. Is being able to survive the cold. A sleeping bag, a tent, that's $100. Now on the other side of that resource, what we talk about with we leading into Resource Day. Anybody that want to be part of the press conference, that's going to be New Year's Eve, shooting for 12 o'clock at Pittman Park.
Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve?
Christmas Eve. And January 8th, what I'm looking at for is the actual Resource Day. Now, if I don't have everything together, I will push it back, because it's not about making a certain date. It's about making sure that we have all the people at the table. We talked about how another $100 can change somebody's life. You can help them get an ID. You can help them get a pair of boots, right? You can help them get a bank account. This is something that Representative Stamps do a lot. $100. And you still got enough to get them some food and some other things, right? But these are life-changing.
Was birth certificate, right?
Birth certificate, right? Help them get that, and sitting down. So part of the Resource Day would be having folks there that can talk about expungements, because we do have folks that are returning citizens, and they're not returning citizens with a plan. Somebody put them on the bus with $20 from Parchment, and they've been locked up since 1994, and now they get off the bus.
I drove by Parchment the other day.
They get off the bus like this. You've been locked up since 1994. What has changed since 1994? You get off the bus like, what is this?
Absolutely everything has changed since 1994.
So you talking about culture shock without resources. Right. You talking about trauma on top of trauma. So you talking about, you want to be a good person, but ain't nobody in the area where you are but the dope boy, and you need to make $100.
Yep.
Or somebody else. So I'm talking about, we are losing people. Again, I want to point out to everybody that understand politics, there's a point in time count. The homeless are counted. They're counted when it comes to the Census Bureau. They vote because we register them. Mm-hmm. So they are no different than anybody else. We have taxation without representation. Some of them are returning citizens. You take their tax dollars, but yet still they lose their right to vote. That's a whole lot we got going on that we have to start to change and advocate for. These are the principles and some of the fight that they talk about when they talk about the Freedom Democratic Party. Basic stuff, food, shelter. We got to get back to that type of thing and advocating. I'm thankful for the folks I have. I don't need no new friends. So if you lose some folks because you telling it like it is and you advocating for folks that people want to forget about, hey, that's fine. I don't talk to your ass anyway. That's fine. But we gotta do something, and it's not by just saying somebody need to do something. We see these people. We see these folks. Trina found a young lady that had a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old. Now, you can see some of these folks. You can see your family members. You can see your child. You can see yourself.
I'm about to say it could easily be us. Let the right set
that's part of the misconception with homelessness. Like, it's levels to being homeless. Like, everybody who homeless is not a drug addict on the street, or everybody who homeless is not necessarily living under a bridge. That's one of the misconceptions of being homeless. They don't understand, like, it's levels to being homeless. You could be homeless sleeping from couch to couch. If you live in a hotel, you're considered homeless, especially by JPS standards. You're considered homeless. You can be homeless if you live in your car, even though your car is providing you shelters. Like, it's levels to being homeless, and you have to meet people where they're at. But most people, when it comes to sharing resources or sharing their knowledge, it's more so they want to share a photo out.
Yeah.
Or they want to do it as long as, like, it's the holiday season, and like, homeless people just appear during the holiday season, and the other months of the year, it's not there. Mississippi ranks number 46 in homelessness out of 50 states. We're 46. We 46.
Look, I learned a new word when we worked with Dr. Calibra Jenkins, and her son Miles. They did this awesome event for his birthday, and he referred to our homeless brothers and sisters as unhoused. And I think one of the things that we have to start doing is using a wider variety of descriptors,
terms,
so that terms, and I'm saying descriptors, so that folks can see. And Trina, what you referred to is the spectrum of homelessness. Like you have folks that talk about learning disabilities or mental illness or all these things as a part of a spectrum. Like homelessness or the symptoms of homelessness are very, very wide. And then when you have a couple of things that happen and you add that to the mix, next thing you know, you have a person who is unhoused and they may not have access to an address. They may still have a job, but they're unhoused.
I fell into that category. Like, it's personal for me. I fell into that category. I wasn't homeless per se, as in I was sleeping on the street, but I was living in a hotel. So my kids and I were living in a hotel because that's where we had to stay at that point. That was our physical address, but we were considered homeless because we were living in a hotel. And my time becoming homeless, I tell people all the time, I'm very transparent. I became homeless because I was not taught financial literacy growing up. So I was making the money, but I was spending it also.
Yeah.
So my first year at Comcast, I made over $80,000. I made over $80,000. 80 and some other zeros. I made over $80,000 and did not have a savings account to show for that. My bank account was in the negative and I was making over $80,000 a year. Part of that is because I was supporting a whole nother household of a family member, but also that came from not being financially literate. Like, that's not something they taught us in school. So the best example I could give is I had an account with this bank. I'm not gonna put the bank name out there. And the bank allowed me to overdraft up to $2,400 at any given time. Up to $2,400, I could just overdraft it just because. So I'm spending money faster than I'm getting it. That's what came into place. I was spending money faster than I could get it. And I wasn't understanding of putting back for rainy days. I'm spending it. Like, I'm spending it. I moved out of my apartment that was within my budget. I moved. Can you?
Yeah, you were freezing up a little bit. I think we can still hear you though.
Okay. So I moved out of my apartment I can afford to go get this house because I felt like I was making the money. Let me go get this house. Got the house, had the house for a few years. The money was increasing at first. So I'm making money. Then the money went down. But the money went down, my lifestyle didn't. So when that eviction notice comes, it's like a real life reality check.
Right.
Like, the same people that I'm helping, I have now become a part of that population. So when I say the resources were very limited to help a person in that type of situation, because I did not qualify for public assistance because I had a job and I just made too much money. So I did not qualify for Medicaid. My kids didn't qualify for Medicaid. My baby at the time, who was Giselle, did not qualify for WIC. I did not food stamps.
Yeah.
But I'm technically homeless. In a hotel. But I qualify for no resources.
Now,
but we got a young lady we helping right now. Same situation. She's in the same scenario. We talked about it. We helped her and her family. She worked 2 jobs, and they have the gall to tell this single mom that she doesn't qualify for being homeless because she can afford a hotel. So when you don't spend all your money and you out in the street, Not everybody. And that's why I'm saying, so that's why we got multiple people at the table for direct action and those that work with policy, because what does the policy say? What's, from my understanding from the work with the VA and the HUD-VASH, you are homeless when you don't have a place of your own. So why are people calling folks, I guess when you almost like calling somebody a lie and not giving them the resources that they need when they call you in their worst time, right? And then one of the most traumatic times in their life, saying that, hey, I don't have anywhere to go. I'm displaced. And some of these folks are displaced with tragedy. Like their lives lost when they lost where their residents were. Now you're telling them they can't go nowhere. You can't put them up. They can't get them assistance, right? So this whole thing I'm talking about is doing our research, looking at the facts. We even go all the way down to who voted for what, who thought it was a great idea, who thought it was a great idea to build a fence to keep the homeless from sleeping under the bridge versus taking the money and taking it where the homeless is and take those unhoused brothers and sisters and get them back on their feet to be productive.
$700,000, a $700,000 structure could have, and Mac, I think we've thrown this idea around a number of times. A $700,000 structure could provide a room of mailboxes. It could provide showers. It could provide housing. It could provide a resource center. And call it fair. That $700,000 that we invested into a fence or a fence system could have changed the lives of almost every homeless person in the capital area.
You put that with a comprehensive plan. Folks. You have folks that are disabled. You have folks that are homeless that have no legs. Literally, they have no legs. They are in the middle of the street. There's nobody able to assist them. You have another guy, that's definitely see that he's having a psychotic break. You have a lot of different levels of folks that need assistance. Some of these folks don't need to just go to regular housing. They need to go to some assisting places that can help them, and help them rehab or whatever they need to do. But you have some groups of folks that you can actually get into regular housing and get back into regular society. The thing of it is, there's so much money. Now I'm going to really pull the scab off in this shit right here. Don't come to me talk about no funky ass COVID vaccine shot and how much you love black folks. Every goddamn commercial is about black folks taking the shot. You done spend millions of dollars changing songs around. But our healthcare system is still the same.
We can't even Medicaid.
You can't even get sick. I'm talking about folks still dying from diabetes, high blood pressure, gout, right? People are still dying from the same stuff they were dying, but you cannot fix the healthcare system. You cannot pay the wages that needed, but there's money to tell you to take a vaccine. The virus is only one thing that could possibly kill you. That's only one thing that could possibly kill you. But guess what population had the lowest numbers of COVID? The homeless. Their immune system is different. They in the environment.
So now look, and we're rolling into we're going past an hour.
We're not 10 o'clock. My bad. I just got on, y'all.
Look,
I just got here.
Mac, but look, listen, Mac. What's the call to action? What's the call to action?
Call to action. We're
December 24th.
Yep, at 12 o'clock, Pittman Park. We're going to drop a flyer soon. If you want to be a part of this press conference, this is a press conference to talk about the plan and what we're going to do, but we want to highlight some of the things we just said on this show. One, whose idea was to build this fence? Who was it benefiting? Who are you trying to protect? And it's, help me understand that about this fence. Secondly, there was language talked about that making it illegal for homeless to sleep on the street. And what happens is when you go down Pascagoula and take a left on West Street, there are grates there beside that building. And that grate pushes out warm heat
By the
And a
Clan
lot
of
of the
Legend.
homeless, they sleep right there.
They sleep
so there
right
was
there.
a conversation talking about making it illegal to sleep out there. Let me ask this. What's the worst thing can you do to a person that's out there sleeping in 20-degree weather? You going to put them in jail? I'm just asking.
Let me add something to that, Meg. We had a homeless. He told me he's not homeless. He's transitional, and I love it. I love him for it. But he was arrested because he was considered loitering in Smith Park because he was asleep.
Yeah.
So they have it fenced off now where you can't sleep in Smith Park.
Where you gonna go? If you arrested them again now, just go back to the whole, don't get me on about the youth. How you won't spend $5,000 for a youth program, but you'll spend $24,000 a year to put them in prison. I don't understand that, man. Maybe I don't understand how that works. So you'll arrest this man because he ain't got nowhere to go. He homeless. So you want to put him in a place and give him 3 meals a day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, nobody want to be restricted. He can't go anywhere. How he gonna get out? Because he don't have any bail money. So what's the plan of that? Again, you don't want to see these folks. You don't want to see them. But we're gonna sit at the front row to hear Tyler Perry's story about being homeless. We're gonna hear David Banner's story.
We're gonna sit at the front row for Tyler Perry. Yeah, we're gonna do all of that. We're gonna sit on the front row at church on Sunday, all of that.
To hear the folks after they done made it through. But you will not be part of a change agent for somebody that's going through at the moment because of how they look now. You don't want to help them.
They need a photo op attached to it. They gotta be getting something in return.
You got emotional. We got some stuff again. We have to get out there, call a spade about funds and resources and programs that what's happening and what we need to do. There's funds out there that are fun. We got to find them, but we also got to have a plan and have a comprehensive plan, like starting from Christmas Eve to January 8th to do a resource day and finding out. We did a list. We got a whole list of stuff. We got block-to-block surveys of things that folks said that they needed. And we're going to try to get as many resources that can come out to that park to come. And let's meet the people where they are. Let's spend some time, some resources. If we got to get a van to go to other areas and pick them up and bring them to that one spot, let's do that and provide that day of service for them. And let's find out who folks are, and let's be able to help get them on a better track. Everybody, the thing about it is, this is another thing. A lot of those resources, they work it's an 8 to 5 block. So the weekend, when you got a lot of time to be out in the community, a lot of them are not there. So we got to try to find some of those who can come out. Some of the people want to come out, but their agency might not, allow them. But we got to find out who's available to come out on those days. If we need to change it to a day through the week or whatever the case may be. But I want it to be where we can provide the resources that's needed for them. Not what we think they need. What they say, hey, this is what I need.
What time, Mac?
Noon, lunchtime, 12. I want to do it early enough where enough folks can see it and get a chance to participate.
And what are we calling this?
The press conference is going. We got the press conference that homeless are human, and then on that Saturday the 8th, we might start earlier on the 8th, maybe like around 10 or whatever. But that's going to be the Human Resource Day, right? So the human resources can be a lot of different things, but it's human resources. We're providing the resources that they need because they are human. Not vagrants, not bums. They are human. And they need the basic necessities just like we do. Yes, they are in survival mode. They're going to get it while they can get it because they don't know when the next time they're going to get it. They are in survival mode. And I know from having some of our frat there that used to be a professor at Jackson State, he told everybody, if I was out here in the park, you wouldn't have to worry about who was burning all this stuff. It'd be me. He just said, I wouldn't be caring about no pallets or whatever it is. I'm burning everything I can because you are in survival mode. Yep. That's what folks not understanding. I've been out there with options. And I'm telling you, at 3 o'clock in the morning, the coldest point of the day is 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. and that temperature started dropping, that frost started. It's something to watch a person lay there and frost forms on their body while they covered up with a blanket. You know what I'm saying? So if you got options and you ready to burn down every damn thing you can find, what do you think somebody's gonna do? They have no other choice.
Burn it down.
You got some volunteers popping up in the comments. Our sister Calibra Jenkins.
Oh, I need her because I want her to break down the psychology and explain it to all these Dr. Dumbasses out here that understand that all this stuff y'all looking at and talking about what money need to be. You need to understand it from somebody that's an expert that can talk about trauma and what we're dealing with and where we need to really be doing to help our people.
Well, it sounds like you need to be pulling together a Zoom call very soon, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got to get it together, man. We got to, like you talked about us. We always got busy weekends. We always running. And I guess that's a good thing because we must be doing something partially right. But as soon as we can get through this weekend, I know Chuck and I, we got some things happening. We can start pulling more stuff together. But we got to make this happen, man. I'm telling you. This is just the first layer of a lot of stuff. We got to hold them accountable. For 2022, when they go back into session, I'm talking about state legislatures. We're talking about county, Hines County, or any county meeting. We need to start talking about healthcare at the forefront. How somebody said they are a numbers guy and you turn down money. You turn down money.
I don't know how to. Now I will turn down money from folks that don't mean me well, but if it's gonna help me make money, and if you need more money, we're supposed to be one of the poorest states in the union, and it would expand our healthcare infrastructure, and I think what was the percentage? Say maybe double it in size, like our state healthcare infrastructure.
But the thing about it, where they close hospitals at are in predominantly black areas.
In rural neighborhoods,
clinics, rural neighborhoods, clinics. You know what I'm saying? So you are. Like we talked about the other day on the other show, talk about abortion, right? And the abortion fight to ban abortion is not for brown and black women, it's for white women. Population control. We have, black and brown have more children. It's everything's come back down to control, power. It's about capacity to make something happen or not make something happen. And you can control on what you can not happen to certain people by saying, you know what, some of my people are going to suffer, but more of that people are going to suffer than mine if I don't do this. But now if I do this, now I can't control Chuck and Trina as much as I want to, because now they can get their own healthcare insurance and I don't have to make them come to my bullshit ass job and pay them peanuts. Because I'm telling you, a large percent of people that still work for other folks only do it for the benefits. And it's not retirement benefits. It's for healthcare.
It's health insurance. It's healthcare.
That's it. That is it.
I got health insurance, Meg. You want to know how much they told me? Just for me, not for my kids, just for me. A month.
How much?
$360.
So you need another job just to have insurance. You got to have a whole nother job. Yeah, I'm with you. I know it. And those are the conversations we talking about. Again, how does that help? This sister right here spent all the money to pay insurance, lose her job, and now she ain't got nowhere to stay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't, because you didn't make enough money. I've had someone now that had changed their life, but when I was a day supervisor at a facility, that was a scenario. Trying to get fired because you had 4 children, and if you could not you didn't make enough money to take care of them, and if you made too much money, they would lose their Medicaid insurance. So you caught. If you take them off Medicaid, you don't make enough money. So you're not making enough money to save. So you lose your job. What happens? Now you're homeless with 4 children.
Yep.
So
now, I know that you guys, this is a very, 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 very passionate topic for the both of you. I think this is something that we can bring back just before we can discuss it again next week, so we can bring Tanya back We can remind folks about it. We can get the graphics out. We can do all of those things. But there's one thing that I wanted to add to a gift. Now we said for less than $100, right? Before we get out of here, we said we could change an unhoused person's life with thermal clothing, a tent, sleeping bag, and then by showing up with in person for the press conference on December 24th. So giving your time, your resources, you can use your resources with, like, for instance, Calibri, Dr. Jenkins is a mental health professional, psychiatrist. Her resource is her know-how. She also has other resource where the group that she's been able to assemble when Miles did his thing in the park. Now, in terms of some of the young people that we know that may not have parents who are thinking about things like this, thinking about homeless but human, we definitely want to remind those young people, or at least bring the young people with us and bring this conversation into their mind space, their head space. But it's one more thing that I got from my eldest son, McRae's baseball coach. He said he was invited, his son, they play on the same team. His son was invited to a number of baseball parties and birthday parties and end of the year parties and all of this. He said instead of giving gifts that may cost, anywhere from $20, $25, $30, he said he was going to start doing two things. He said he was going to start writing 529 plans and Roth IRAs for the kids. I said, God damn it, this man is a genius. Because look, every year you're going to buy this kid a something, right? Now, the 529 plan, you can invest what you want.
Yep.
A Roth IRA, you can invest what you want.
Correct.
That's one of the things that we need to make cool as parents for 2022. And I would venture to add, you can buy, and it's really easy to do. You can buy a kid a piece of stock. Now, if you balling, buy my son some Apple, buy my son some Amazon. You can buy some Tesla. You can send us some Bitcoin. You can send us Shopify. And then I have a few indexes that custodial account and all of that. We ready to roll. But if you want to give my boy something for Christmas, and I'm got to give Coach Marcus Whitfield, who's also an investment advisor. He's also, what's all the securities licenses and all of that.
Series 6 and all that.
Series 6, 7, 8. Yes. Coach Marcus has all of that. He still devotes part of his time to coach little boys in baseball. And I enjoy having the opportunity to see my son developing a sport that I don't know much about, and I'm learning just as much as he's learning. But there's one thing I do know, and I become more educated about. And if we do what we need to do for December 24th, and we bring these issues, and we bring these types of things that people try to forget about, bring these people that people try to forget about, and we can get them folk into the space where they know what a 529 plan is, and they have life insurance, and they have a Roth IRA, and we have our kids set up to where in the event that something happens, like right now, if something happened, I know that I have a lump sum of money that I can go to, or I have property that has been passed down to me that nobody owns but us. Then we're putting ourselves in a better situation. We're putting our kids in a better situation so that we can prevent homelessness from happening. And that's prevention.
Yeah.
Our healthcare people, right? Prevention.
Yep.
Is the best medicine.
Ounce of prevention worth a pound of cure.
Come on.
And what you just said is talk about with Trina's testimony about the literacy and educating and trying to get folks to understand that there are multiple levels to this thing. Even when we start talking about the quote unquote intervention of crime, I said you got to have a proactive, you got to have a doing, and then you got to have a comeback after everything has happened to reconcile and work with the community, because they just experienced a traumatic situation. You wake up to somebody's house on fire, gunshots. That's trauma. That's trauma, right? Somebody that got killed next door. That's trauma. So we start talking about preventative measures, is putting your family in a position, putting yourself in a position, where you can do more to help others, and also educate and help others to do the same. It's almost like you put the mask on yourself on the airplane before you put it on somebody else. You got to get yourself and the folks around you to say, okay, they good. Now I can do this. I can help other folks.
Yeah.
There's multiple ways. Like we're saying, there's multiple levels to this thing of helping people. Housing. One of the biggest things, and I got to follow with President Ray, talking about developing 40 units for affordable housing. Yes. And they talk about Jackson.
Yep.
Jackson is running out of housing because a lot of the places that have been abandoned by larger commercial ownership is not being renovated. So we're running out of large housing. Things are, what was it? The old apartment complex that went down, Metro Manor, right? You got a lot of large places that are gone, and we need to develop more housing, affordable housing, because you don't want to change the wage. Everything is going up. Everything around us is going up. So we got to change something so people can continue to be able to pay.
Well, look, I think that's
good.
Yeah. I've noticed it.
Yeah. So look, it's time for us to go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get up out of here.
Talk about too much serious stuff. All of a sudden now the internet want to mess up.
But quick thing, we still have a few families who need to be adopted for Christmas. For the most part, without any public, like major publication or publicizing, I was able to get the majority of them adopted. And shout out to Mississippi Moving, Mississippi Greek Weekend, because this past Thanksgiving, we paid for, I redid the math, and we served 15 families, 15 meals, and gave them food boxes.
That's awesome. Hold up. I got to drop the applause for that right there. Let's drop the applause. Come on. 15 families had meals for Thanksgiving, meals. In addition to food boxes.
In addition to food boxes.
And we ain't had to go and take no picture with them.
No, we did not take no pictures. We have a few families that need to be adopted for Christmas. It's harder to get people to adopt the older kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I called out some of these celebrities, and I was like, put your money where your mouth is.
What are some of the items you're trying to get them?
The older kids.
Yeah. You can share.
A lot of them need clothes, and even if if it's a Bluetooth speaker. One of the girls said that she wants a rug, a pretty pink rug, like a little fluffy rug to put in her room. Like that's the only thing on her list, some socks and a rug. Like some of them are not asking for big extravagant gifts.
Yeah.
They asking for Bluetooth speakers. Like I tell them, it's hard to get people to give them gaming systems. But one young man said, he said he's never had a game before. So he said he would take somebody old used game because he's never had one before. And I was like, oh wow. So I told him I was gonna make it my business to find him a gaming system. They're not asking for a lot. Like a lot of stuff is 50 or less, even if it's dead. Like one little girl wants a baby alive, but she wants a black baby alive. She wants one that looks like her.
It's like her, yeah.
And one boy, he wants a sponge brush for hair. Like they not asking for stuff that's unreasonable, but a lot of the parents or families that I have, they live in paycheck to paycheck.
So look, Larry, we got folks in the comment. Got brother Larry. And also Janae. Janae says she got the speaker, the rugs, and the socks. Larry's asking where can he go see the list. So Trina, I know you got Larry number. How about you text Larry the list, and then what we can do is get, if it's not published anywhere, yeah, you can post the list like you did for Thanksgiving, and then we can tag and we start to share it. And from my circle, man, we ought to be able to get them folks taken care of.
Holy boy, little shout out to the Saras. She said she got the games too.
Okay.
And the power cord. I was like, what's a poser cord? I was like, I am not a gamer.
Because you would be amazed. Like, Mac helped me buy heaters for a young lady's family who didn't have heat. And it was a former student of mine. I taught 5th grade years ago. And she reached out to me on Facebook and was like, Miss Blaylock, our house is super cold. And my mom is not going to ask anybody for help. So I gave her my number to call me.
Yeah.
And I went over to her house and it was freezing. It was freezing. And when I took those heaters over there, they're literally in tears for something as simple as a heater.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm telling you, what folks don't understand, by changing folks' lives, we went by the Matt's house, which was the homeless men's shelter. A gentleman, I don't know who put this in this box, but it was a choir robe. He saw the choir robe, and as we talk about crisis, right? It is a thing called tap in. He picked the robe up, and immediately he started to think about when his life was better, when he was growing up singing in the choir. You know what I'm saying? When his life was totally different.
Yeah.
And you'll be amazed at the small things that we don't think a lot about that are life-changing things for others. So what I'm saying again is we put this list together. This is trainer working with some folks that we need to prevent from becoming chronic or / severe homeless. That's out there in the cold.
Talk about the spectrum. The spectrum of homelessness. Talk about the spectrum. Come on.
Unhoused. We are trying to help them. You see, but there's another group of folks that just don't need give them a job. They need services. They need to be triaged and sent to a place that's designed to help them meet their needs.
Right.
We got a lot of things going on. You trying to tell me that these folks don't need some support and some support and some type of services when we see them? You know they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then,
that's right.
You know, so we've seen everybody out there. And I want us to come together. I want folks to share this information. They have Mississippi Move information. Y'all know us personally. Reach out to us. The dates you have, we're going to be out there. And I'm saying out there because we pick certain locations, but they are homeless all around Jackson and Hinds County. They're everywhere. They need men's clothes at the. That's with my guy over there, Dietrich. And I got some stuff, Miss Marcy. I got some stuff I need to take by there. I got some boots stuff too. So I just got to give. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call Dietrich in the morning. Yeah, the bridge is one of the places we went last year when we started working with them. We started working with them when we did a lot of the feeding and assistance when COVID first hit, because everybody was struggling when COVID hit, and a lot of folks. And this is what I found out about the bridge. Some of the folks that go there, they don't leave the park to come to the bridge, and some of the people that leave the bridge don't go to the park.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to go to every area. You know, a lot of folks populate to get the word out, to get them to come to different central areas, or we just going to do multiple ones in different areas. But we got to do this. So we got to provide triage. We got to provide a basic resource to those that are in need. We need to call out some of the mishandling of funds. Also, we need to look at what's policies on the books, and we need to create new language that will meet the needs of the people. If the language is not meeting the need of the people, then it's time to change it. So we need to be ready to go. All right. Well, look, we at 10:30 mark. Yep. Chuck, I think we done did it. We came in. We got big things happening next week. with our Sora and our friend Tanya. I think it's a good time to shut it down.
And in honor of that, next week and the week after that, and all of 2022, y'all know what we're gonna get to, right?
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see y'all right back here next Tuesday. Tanya Boy Cannon, we're gonna get her on, or at the very least, I will play the full song "Feel Good" by Tanya Boy Cannon. We'll see y'all here next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Trina, you should come back. I like Trina and Tanya on the show. I like having other folks to talk to.
I love JSU. I got some JSU somewhere.
Yeah. Look, I forgot, man. We're supposed to talk about JSU SWAC Champs, but hey, let's get to that. Hopefully, prayerfully, they'll be the Celebration Bowl champs.
There it is.
Peace.
Man,
Celebration Bowl. Let's go.